And this question is from 2013 sample paper 2. First it asks you just to graph sine of x. This is something that should be straightforward enough. We know that in sine of x at 90 degrees it has a value 1, which is pi over 2. At pi it's 0. And we should have an idea of the shape of this curve, so I'm going to sketch it in, just mark off the main points, and here I'm sketching it in red. And sine of x compared to sine 2x, its frequency is half of sine 2x. And lastly, 3 sine 2x. Well, in black we have sine 2x drawn, and the 3 just means the amplitude is 3 times. So the maximum minimum points are just 3 times bigger. It crosses the x-axis at the same points. So mark off the interesting points that will help us graph it. It is just a sketch, it doesn't have to be perfect. So just join up these dots, just curving it at the bottom. So this blue line is a representation of 3 sine 2x. And really we should know how to do these fairly quickly. Okay, the second question now is find P. Now I'm just going to clear off that diagram so we can see it. So, well, the coordinates of P, well, the y coordinate, we should see it straight away. The y coordinate is a half, and you will get a lot of marks for just saying that. It's just a matter of noticing it. The x coordinate of P, just note its position first. It's someplace between pi and 2 pi. So we're just going to write this statement that x is between pi and 2 pi. Now let's take out our calculator in a second, because we know that, well, y is equal to sine 2x and y is a half. So in other words, sine 2x equals a half. So 2x is sine inverse a half. And x is a half sine inverse a half. So just sub this into the calculator, and in radians we see x is pi over 12. Now pi over 12 obviously is not the point P, because pi over 12 is not bigger than pi, between pi and 2 pi. So why does this answer make sense? Well, you can see I've highlighted in yellow here, there's 4 points, different places here that the answer is a half. So what could we figure out? The first one is pi over 12, obviously. Now the second one is, if you look at the symmetry, is the same distance as pi over 12 is from 0 to the point half pi. So this point here, which is very interesting to us, is obviously half pi less pi over 12. Now half pi is 6 pi over 12, take away 1 pi over 12, which is 5 pi over 12. Now once we have this point, we're nearly there, because we can see that it's exactly 1 period later that we have this point P. And we can see that the period of sine 2x is every pi it repeats itself. So we can see it's a distance pi later that we end up at P. So the x value of P must be 5 pi over 12 plus pi. And this is, if you can stick it in the calculator if you want, this is 17 pi over 12. Now, just have a think about it. 17 pi over 12, look, it is bigger than pi. It is between pi and 2 pi, so it's probably right. Let's check it. Is it true that sine 2 times 17 pi over 12 is equal to a half? So stick it into the calculator and you see, yes, it is true. So now we have our answer. So P is the point. The x value is 17 pi over 12, and the y coordinate is a half. I hope this was useful.